Hi, sir. Retro Collectibles with 905 Retro News. I know you're a man of God. There's a rumor going around that's kind of troubling. You've been dating the notorious Centennial Night Scalper. Is there any truth to this?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Sorry. Well, guys. Happy Saturday. I hope yous are all having a good day. This is a short video. This in no way replaces tonight's live. So don't worry, this is not a video and I'm going to be like, oh, we did a video, so there's no live tonight. Remember, it has to be a good video. And what I mean by that is like a longer video. We're going to the ODA show. It's got to be something good. A good car unboxing. This video is good. Glenn got a really good deal on something at the ODA show. He got something really unique as well that I've been waiting to show you guys. And he just got some cool older stuff. So I'd like to get into that with you. Let's go. So he got a really good mix of stuff, guys. I'm going to show you guys. That's what he got the really good deal on that I would have snapped up in a heartbeat. If he wouldn't have grabbed it, I would have been upset. And these are really unique. I want to show you that. These are the same as our 1 of 18 scale cars. They're from the same era, but they're way smaller. So let's have a closer look, see what Glendale got at the show today. Okay, so before I get into that, guys, I know a lot of you guys are from my local area. Something happened at ODA today. I wasn't there. But it's a guy that I know of, a nice guy named Jay, who's a friend of my friend Ronaldo. I believe I've got stuff for Jay before or from Jay, but he's a nice guy either way. I've met him. Somebody hit his car and took off, caused damage to it. Now, I think deep about stuff, and it's a small group of people within a hobby. But these are the guys that are doing scandalous stuff in the stores to get cars. Because if a guy will run through a Walmart at 30 years of age, climb up shelves, rip open stuff, you know what I mean? All this scandalous behavior, they're not going to damage a car and go in and own up to it. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it's not the fault of ODA because they can't vet everybody. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of people in the group now, and you're gonna get scandalous people, right? Like, that's unfortunate. It's not the fault of the group. Like I said, my bet is if the name comes out of a person who did it, it's gonna be one of these idiots that are running through Walmart, mouthing off and all that stuff when you catch them. That's my guess, but we'll see if the person gets caught, see who did it. But anyway, if anybody was there and seen anything that happened, either message me or message the ODA admin if you're in there, Ontario Diecast Addicts. But Jay is a nice guy, didn't deserve that. He was going into a show. Somebody else hit my friend James's truck, and his truck, he's got a nice Cummins Dodge. It's his pride and joy. It's an older one, but he's rebuilt it all. Like, it's beautiful. Somebody door dinged him. And then they weren't even going to say anything to him. Like, he was sitting in the truck and they didn't see that he was in there. And he got out and flipped out on them and said, you have no respect for people's belongings. And these are the people, most of them don't even work. And they just drive around all day ripping Walmarts apart. You know what I mean? So like I said, my guess is you don't have good principles over here and bad ones over here. If you're acting like an idiot out in public, it's across the board, you know what I'm saying? So I guarantee you, the person that did that damage, if they get caught, it's going to be one of these idiots with a bad name, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Anyway, let's get at this. Some good news, guys. So I'll start slow, and then I'm going to save the what I think is the coolest stuff for last. So these are American Muscle Ertl, guys, but they're 1 of 64 scale. And that sucks because Glenn's one Mustang looks like it got some die-cast cancer and the trunk is broken. Right there, if you could see that. Probably didn't notice it.
Didn't notice it.
It's something hard to notice unless you're, you know. But these are made by the same people, and ironically, they have opening trunks, whereas most of the 1 of 18 scales from this era, we know, did not. And it's from the same era, 2000. 69 Mustang Mach 1. This one, the trunk is fine. That one is weird because the bubble's not damaged or anything. It's just the trunk, just right at the hinge. So, a couple older ones. So he does have, this is not really old, but it's nice. They're nice lines that they did. This line here, they did a really nice line of Daytonas, actually. All different colors. I believe it was the classics. This is cool, guys. This is mint condition, and it's from the 80s, 1986. Look at that card. Like, that is mint. Do not oil the wheels or axles. Ordinary oils will harm them. You got these. They're made by Corgi. It's that line of Batmobiles that they did. He got the same one. They're made to look old. They're by Corgi. I believe they came out, let's see here, 2005. So they're 20 years old. So they are considered vintage right now, these guys. And they're not bad. They've got an opening trunk, doors open. If you're into that older Batman stuff. He got a really good deal, but I'm saving it for last, guys. This is another cool one. Really good condition. Wow, that's not a... Oh, it is a reissue. Okay, I thought this was in 1982, but it's a reissue from 1997. But that's still very cool because that's obviously vintage as well. But in 97, they brought it out to commemorate the early 80 ones with the rubber tires, which are Rio Riders, they call them. I remember these cards when I was a kid, and I remember those tires looking like that when I was a kid. These are chase cars. They're called IDs. I believe the story was they didn't come to Canada, or they only came for a certain time period. These are cool. They actually have Knight Rider and Back to the Future and some cool ones as well. Other cool ones, I mean. They have the 89 Batmobile. A very rare variant of this car, guys, is this Batmobile here, but in blue. I've only seen one of them. Batman Bill has it. Batman Bill's a local collector, and you can guess what he collects. I had Knight Rider and Back to the Future of these ones. They also made them on cards as well. I had a couple carded ones when I had my toy room. It says the stats of the car as well, because these are interactive online, apparently. I don't know if any of us have ever actually played with them online, but more for collecting. This guy here is older, Ford Thunderbolt. Not too old, but that is from, where is it? 2005. Okay, guys, we're getting into the really cool stuff here. So these, I get a kick out of because look at that, guys. We unbox them all the time, but they actually did them. They got the same Ertl seals. That's still sealed, or else I was going to ask Glenn to unbox it, but that's still sealed up. It's never been opened, and it's got no straps. But the trunk opens on those as well. That's 1/64 scale. Ertl Collectibles American Muscle. That little thing there is actually a hard display case, which is cool. They come with a display case, keep the dust off them. If I ever see cars that I like these little ones, I would buy them because they're vintage. This is from, I'm guessing, 2000. 2000. And it looks just like the Ertl box. Very cool. I just found out about these in the last year or so. And I thought, how cool is that? If I ever see a car that I like, nothing against the Cougar Eliminator, but if I see a Daytona, something like that, I'll have to see what cars were made, actually. Okay, so you want to see the deal of the show that he got. And it's from a nice guy named Jason Nellix. I got a heavyweight car from him for my friend David Paperno in BC once. It's either the blue or the purple Skyline. I get them mixed up, but the first R34 Skyline that came out by Hot Wheels, he gave him a good deal on it. So I shipped it to my friend David. It was nerve-wracking because it's like a $500 car, whatever it was, but it arrived okay. So he's a cool dude. I know several people that deal with him. He gave Glenn a heck of a deal on something, and this is in a good shape box. This has actually been opened, so we can actually show you guys. So before I open it, guys, it is called one of the RipCordz. Now you put the cord through the roof, give it a rip, and the car takes off across the floor. Box is just mint, mint, mint. Trying to see a scale on this guy. I believe it's going to be 1/24 scale. Rev it up and rip it out. Yeah, I believe it looks to me like 1/24 scale. And it looks a lot like the original Ertl by the wheels and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm looking at it, and I could put that back if I take it out. I was thinking, will I be able to put that back if I take it out? Yes, I can. You got to push the cord all the way in to put it back in. So, now this, I'm going to guess from their era of Dukes, about 2006. Let's see what the year is. 2005. I was a year off. So this is already considered vintage. A lot of people think it's got to be original Duke stuff to have value. This stuff is appreciating nicely as well. So for him to get that for $50, if he didn't pick it up, I would have been upset. Because usually if you see them for $50, the box is destroyed, okay? Wow. It looks just like the Ertl version, but plastic.
Yeah, it sounds like metal from here.
Yeah, no, plastic, buddy. All except for the axles are plastic.
Yeah.
Now, the idea with this, guys, we're not going to put it on the floor, but... Oh, it's actually the big wheel on the bottom that drives the car, if you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, guys? Oh, cool. It sits actually kind of normal, too. Let's get a look at this thing, how it looks beside one of the Ertls. Hold on. Yeah. So it is 1/24 scale. That's the newer version, guys, because it has tan seats. The vintage one has black seats. Glenn's got vintage ones, too. But that is cool. You can see the middle wheel underneath it, but no big deal. It's not like we're going to play with it. It's for display. But for $50, I thought the box would be all chooched on them. Something would be missing. That is a really good deal. Really good deal for that. Box is really nice. And funny thing is, guys, I think I seen this in a video in one of my ODA videos, but I thought it was going to be a lot more money. So that's something I have to get better at, guys, and myself. I'm good at finding deals and stuff. If something doesn't have a price tag, I usually just assume that it's a ridiculous price or whatever. I won't even ask. I've got to start asking. Another thing I got to improve on is if something is marked for a killer deal, I'll just take it. Like the Glenn's Auto Art Bullet a couple weeks ago for $100. I'd have just handed him a $100 bill for that. But Nate said, could you do any better on the price, or would you do 80? Whatever he said to the guy, and the guy let it go for 80. So I've got to start doing that as well every time I find something. So that was just a little something, guys, before tonight's live. I've got energy, a little bit of energy back, although I think I might take a nap before the live. I've been up going all day. Our retro collectibles set downstairs is already set up for the live tonight. And don't forget, guys, anybody that might be in my area, I see a deal that's just out of my range to go get it. And it is the best deal I've ever seen for I'm trying to think of what it is. Oh, for the American Graffiti 1 of 18 scale cars. The guy has 6 of them, and some of them are harder to get one, guys. I'm not saying rare because they're not really rare. The white Corvette is harder to get, and also the yellow truck is one of the harder to get ones. But $40 each, guys. You could get $240. You'd have almost the whole set. You just need a couple more cars. For the Ertl ones anyway. The Motor Max made a bunch of them in 1 of 18. I'm talking about Ertl. You drop $240 and you would have, you know what I mean, a good chunk of them. You'd still need the 55, of course. You couldn't not have that. Okay, and this is a lot easier than I thought. I'm just seeing how it goes before I put the ripcord back in it. Okay, yeah, that's easy. Okay. All right. So, gotta put the ripcord through the car first. So yeah, guys, anybody that might live in that area, I believe it's near Cambridge. It's not terribly far from me. I just don't want to be making that trek. None of my friends really want to make the trek. I sent it out to people, but it's such a good deal, guys. I just don't want, you know, somebody getting a hold of them and they're going to just charge an outrageous price for them. I'd like for a collector to get them, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping one of you guys get them. But yeah, that is the cheapest deal I've seen on them, guys. Like, they're usually, you know, cheap as $50 a car. Like, I think G got my Christmas gift, the Mercury, the lowrider of that set. I think he got it for $50 or something, and we thought that was an incredible deal for that car. So there's some harder to get ones for sure. Anyway, guys, don't forget about the live tonight. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Question and answers. We got a car to look at. Hope you guys liked the intro of this video. I thought about it last night. I thought that's pretty funny. I'll do that. But yeah, just a heads up on the Duke stuff, guys. It doesn't have to be 1980s to have some value. And if you look on the back of this, you can actually see where they were advertising. Like, Glenn's got this guy here. It's been in a video. He's got the regular Ertl 1 of 18 scale die cast. He's got the 1 of 25th scale. And it's funny that he just walked in here with this, guys. Hold on. Before I let you guys go, I just put pictures and video on Facebook of these guys. Look at that mammoth, eh? That's 1/10 scale RC car by Malibu International. It's in demo mode still. And these guys here, they also made 1/18 scale RC cars, and these. They're plastic. This is not the RC car 1/18 scale. It's one of these guys. But that car looks so close to the American Muscle General Lee guys. They used obviously the same mold to make it or whatever, but it's identical but in plastic. Well, identical, and it's got black plastic windows and it's got buttons and it's plastic. But sometimes you find the little 1/18 RC one for pretty cheap, but then it doesn't have the remote, but it still looks good on display. I had one without the remote just to display it. It was in mint condition. Then I sold it because I got my 1/18 scale General. I kick myself now because a couple months ago, and guess what I seen on Marketplace for peanuts? The missing radio for my car. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, Retro Collectibles T Shirts are back, and I figured out a little scheme for cheap shipping. We got the live tonight at 9 p.m. as well. Don't miss that. We're going to have a good one. Got some new releases to discuss. 1/18 scale movie cars. I want to see which one of you guys is getting what. Got a car to look at, and general diecast chat chill Q&A session, so I hope to see you all there. Anyway, guys, you know what time it is. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor and click like for me, that way Centennial Night Scalper can't get me. While you're at it, hit the bell notification and subscribe, that way it protects me from Centennial Night Scalper's cronies. And you guys see when I'm going live and when I upload good stuff. And as always, guys, stay safe and happy hunting.